Blighty Boxing with Frank Warren and Queensberry with King Arthur. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I just here at the press conference, ready to have a little bit of fun and then go home.
Now, I don't want to dampen the mood, and I hope you don't mind me saying, but obviously I want to extend condolences to yourself and your whole family. I know you've had a really tough time recently.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You know, how's young Zelfa, first of all? Sort of?
Yeah, he's coping.
Yeah. Horrible time, but it's good. But you still made it down here, and obviously you got a fight coming up now. The first thing to say about that is, how's the old hand? Because you would have liked to have been out before now.
Yeah, it's I'm back to throwing it and back to being able to throw confident that if I miss, it's not going to hurt. So shooting pains kind of thing. So it's all right.
Of course, I suppose always at the back of your mind, you've got the knowledge, but you can fight one-handed, haven't you?
I mean, yeah, well, I kind of got a good enough job to do so if it needs be.
It must give you a little bit of security, that sort of, having that in the locker.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to know that if worse comes to worse, you can do it.
I mean, how did it feel like you're going into the biggest fight of your life, and all of a sudden, in the build up to the fight, whenever it was, an hour before, and you thought, shit, my right hand's gone. Going into the biggest fight of your life where you didn't know how it was going to unfold.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Hay fever. I don't know, man. That fight's it's done now. It is what it was. I adapted, I dealt with it.
Was there a feeling of despair though? You sort of thought, oh shit, now of all times.
It happened in the Emmanuel and him fight, the same. So with my left arm, so I wasn't.
Just get on with it.
What can you do? Ride or flight. Yeah.
Now you're back in business. You're facing an Italian champion, Faraci. Do we know much about him?
I know he's an Italian champion. I know he's undefeated. He's
a few knockouts.
A few knockouts. He's beat a few undefeated fighters himself. I'm guessing he'll come to win. He won't want to lose yet. I have to show him, so we'll see.
Is this the point you're at now, though? Because even though this is your first fight after injury, and people are going to be talking about another fight other than this one, this is the level you're at where you're going to come up against these undefeated opponents now. There's no turning back now.
There's not, and this is what I asked for. This is what happens in boxing, isn't it? You keep winning, you constantly keep winning, and you keep doing things right, and you're gonna get in big fights and with opponents that are not. I've got the same record as you, or as good as you, or better than you, and you have to adapt to these situations. So it is what it is.
Are you going to find it mildly annoying, probably today and in the build-up to the fight, when people are going to be looking one fight ahead?
No, because what they're doing and what I do is two totally different things.
But you're the one that's going to get asked about it.
I know, but I'm the one who's also focused on the next fight, so there's no drama there.
I remember one of my sort of early occasions of speaking to you. We talked about you being the dark horse of the division, sort of coming up on the blind side, and it kind of has played out like that.
Yeah, exactly. And it took a while for people to notice me and people to acknowledge that I'm actually half alright. I mean, so you have to take. You can't ignore talent for too long, can you? So.
But if you look at it record-wise, you flipped everything on its head in the space of 3 fights, really, haven't you? Starting with the Amin fight.
Yeah.
And that's where
you can train. You can train your whole life for the one little bit, for 1 year that will change it, kind of thing. So and that's what I guess, and that's what happened.
So that is what's turned it on its head, isn't it? And obviously you had Dex Spellman in the middle, and the 3 fights that have gone the distance.
Yeah. Which
obviously led to the thing about you being a light puncher and all that.
That's fine. That's cool. It's walk through me then.
What sort of statement you intended to try and make at the Albert Hall? Is it sort of like just to reinforce your position as #1 British light heavyweight?
I'm just doing me. I'm just doing me. I don't care what anybody else thinks. As long as I win, that's all that matters, innit? As long as I fulfill my potential as a boxer and do what I've got to do, then I should be okay.
Your outlook hasn't changed at all, has it?
No, at all.
You've had that big sort of life-changing win, if you like, but you've almost kind of got the same attitude you had when you were 10-0.
And I always will do. I always will. What's changed? I'm still a human being. I'm still Lyndon Arthur. before I'm King Arthur. So
you're not going to get overexcited about anything.
not at all. I get overexcited when I can retire from this sport.
Funny enough, the one, obviously people talk, you've got Yard, you've got Boatsy, you've got Callum Johnson, but the one who seems to have the biggest target on his back is Joe Smith, isn't it?
Oh,
everyone seems to want to fight him, don't they?
Oh, you know what it is? He's probably because he seems like the easiest target of the world champions, I'm guessing. Which, if you want to be real about it, Bearbeev's an animal and sold before. And probably we're all ranked a little bit higher in the belt that he's got. And well, I guess that's it, really.
You got to like him, though, ain't he? I mean, he sort of just comes from nowhere and he fights with his heart. And he still digs roads in his spare time or whatever he does. He just seems like a normal geezer, doesn't he?
You have to respect. I said it the other day in the interview. You have to respect a world champion. You can't discredit anything that he does or he's doing. He is where every boxer in the world, I'm guessing, starts out to want to be. The world, being a world champion is there, innit? So how could you discredit anything he's done or disrespect it?
Fought many times in London before?
Twice, I think. Yeah, twice. Dax Spellman and.
Yeah, well, that was wasn't with fans, was it?
No, I've never fought with fans in on.
That was in the studio, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, Church House, yeah. But this will be the first time fans in London at the Albert Hall.
Yeah.
Nice stadium. Fought there, hasn't he?
I'm guessing he probably has. Yeah, he had a few fights, so I'm guessing so.
It's quite a special place, you know.
I've been told. I was supposed to fight there last time, but it got changed to Church. So I thought I fought there before, but it was obviously not. But it's supposed to be. It's a circle one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a nice arena. So I'm looking forward to it.
Good man. Lovely speaking to you. Good to catch up.
And you.
And we'll see you soon, mate.
As you will.